Virgo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the rest of September. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. We're going to jump right in. Thank you for tuning in today, for taking the time out to be here with me. It's a pleasure and an honor to share this time with you. You know, it was Libra and I believe Cancer who had two pre-shuffled oracle messages. I've pretty much had one come out for all the other zodiac signs so far. So you may have either placements in those zodiac signs or you're dealing with someone who has strong Libra or Cancer placements in their top three, rising, sun, or moon. Let's get into this. The pre-shuffled messages. It's interesting. As always, I pick up other messages beyond the real meaning of the card. Look at this raccoon. This is a regal raccoon. Let me get my glasses on so you can see this. This is the deck, What We've Forgotten. This is the card of Crossroads. I just saw 111. You're at a midway point. Maybe most people in the spiritual community would consider a transformation station. There's something about holding high honor and high regard. You know, whenever we're at a crossroads, it's a midpoint between having to choose to do the things the old way or the new way. Okay. So you could feel this month you're caught between worlds, which can be an uneasy feeling. But I'm also getting, because this raccoon is, it's almost like there's something around honor, integrity, as you find yourself at this midway point. Knowing that, it is hard work to be in this place, to actually make this choice to upgrade, but that the reward really is the magic of transformation. So you're going through a beautiful metamorphosis where you were holding, I have been getting this for you for a while, Virgo, where you already naturally hold high valor, integrity, loyalty, determination. I'm getting like this pathway of excellence, that you have these really high standards for yourself. Because this is a twofold message, this crossroad, this midway point that you're at in the month of September has a lot to do with a reset. Hard resets aren't just for electronics, y'all. It's for us as well. So you have the card of sacred knowledge, which is about letting go of any clutter as it pertains to any kind of unconscious bias, any kind of judgment, any kind of outdated old patterns of conditioning that you may have adopted while being raised or while having to survive something. And this is the time for you to remember your humanity as you upgrade and you recalibrate regarding what feels like a situation where you're having to hold a high level of integrity. It's what it feels like. So let's get into the tarot and see how that message kind of weaves through the tarot reading. But it's almost as though you've been given this sacred knowledge and use it wisely. Use whatever you're being gifted this month wisely. It's about your integrity. As I was sitting with these energies before pressing record, I really just kept hearing integrity. It's all about your integrity, Virgo. And also the magic of transformation. Maybe you've had integrity. There you are with the Hermit coming right out. And the Page of Swords. Learning, growing in your understanding of self, in your place in the cosmos, in your place in this lifetime. I actually do like midway points. They're like, initiatory gateways of activation. I love this. It feels like you may be getting granted a new skill set, whether they're spiritual skills or, a certain level of spiritual maturity is coming forward here. But it may be applicable to whatever you do in your career, whether you're a speaker or you're a builder or you're a creator of some sort, however that applies in your gifts. There's some sort of spiritual upgrade here. And this feeling of valor, very interesting. It's a very interesting energy I'm picking up on. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's like your destined path. You could be reaching for your highest timeline, Virgo. And it's feeling right. It's feeling really good to you. Yeah, Justice in the Wheel. Wow. This divine knowledge, this sacred knowledge coming through. It's just. Some of you might be working in the legal system too, and the way you hold yourself is an inspiration to other people. High integrity. All right. Let's see what your recent past was looking like. I think that's enough of the glasses for this moment. Ha, star. Nice. Dream building. Magic weaving. Virgo. Ooh, those two want to come out. Ooh, okay. You have been working slowly but surely on eradicating fears around your highest timeline, around you activating that, actualizing that, becoming that. It's a matter of you breaking down the old programming, right? Of your worth. Our value is really predicated upon, I mean, everything. Here's the thing. Let me back up. Our value is predicated upon the tenets of our spiritual awareness and awakening. The more you realize that you have inherent value just by being here and being who you are as a human, that's the value. But if you place your value on structures that are conditioned responses, for instance, I was listening to this earlier this morning, that if we place our value on how much money we have in the bank, and you're seeing evidence of a lack of that, that's going to destabilize your value. So your value always is based on your spiritual integrity, who you are as a human being, first and foremost, that you are whole and complete. Once you base your value on that, so that's what I mean, shifting from an old way of seeing yourself to a new way of seeing yourself takes time and it takes diligence. So I feel like you have been slowly but surely dream building, practically thinking, acting as if, right? So you could actualize abundance. I'm getting that this is about abundance for you, about creating wealth and knowing that you have it. And sometimes the best people who are trying to aspire to that start hanging out with people who have money, or people who are manifestation generators, follow them in your feed. It's a matter of, like attracts like. So if you're hanging out with people who are always in a state of lack mentality and looking at the glass half empty, that's going to influence you. So there's something around you stepping into this higher timeline around abundance and trying to not feed into the narrative of fear, lack, or it's not possible. Because of the evidentiary exposure you've had in your lifetime. Inherently, I believe we are all wealthy. That's a spiritual value. So that's beautiful. I'm getting that right off the bat. You have been working through that now you are stepping into a timeline of worthiness, of wealth and abundance, which does take some cleaning up. If you were programmed with that at a young age, that, the scarcity mindset, that sort of thing. Virgo, you've been working through that. Ooh, your overall general energy is a tower. What is this about? Okay. Opportunity, the high priestess, the challenge, the king of pentacles, and what you don't see coming, the moon. Okay. Wow. This is a pretty pivotal month for you. Like I said, you're coming to some sort of midway reset and you're recalibrating your energy. Wow. Your intuition is going to be pretty key this month as far as which way you go here. The biggest decisions you're making, you could be making some crucial, critical decisions around your career. Whether you're a business owner or you're creating new pathways of revenue, you're going to be making some decisions that further elevate your stability and your security. This is fascinating me. Which way are we going here? Okay, they want me to use this deck over here. I have different decks spread around. Whoop. Gosh, what is this tower? I'm getting that you're being given, you will be given this month, a bird's eye view. Almost like you're getting a preview of your future potential, or you've been getting downloads of that. Like you can see it. You can almost feel it. Like it's a sensory experience. You're being granted that window of seeing beyond where you are and knowing. Like we're talking like a remembrance. And the elevation of material wealth and security. There's something coming in that's a huge shift for you. in the material realm. I'm not surprised to see the King of Pentacles as your challenge. Interesting. This is fascinating me, Virgo. Thank you for this. It's very different. Very different than the other readings I've been doing for this this month. Why is the Tower here, Spirit? Why is the Tower? You've got me very curious. I'm like, what? All right. We're going to help you give you the keys here to this transformation, this midway station, transformation station. Yes. The Fool. I love seeing this. You got a lot of majors coming out, hon. Okay, yeah. You're not sure you can trust whatever's shifting. There's something really shaking things up. There's a shake-up in your life going on right now, Virgo. I'm going to leave it that. These next three will be under the opportunity. We're going to wait on those. I'm just going to put that there because we had 2 face up, 1 face down for the High Priestess. We'll just put that there so you can see what I'm doing. So, yeah, you're going deep into the caverns of your inner self. You've been soul searching, Virgo. You're going through a massive awakening at this time. Whenever I see the Hermit with the Tower, I mean that's like, awakened station. Something's jolting you. You could have, it's like a eureka moment, but it's like you could be given like a divinely guided like idea. This feels like creative genius. That's part of your soul's blueprint coming forward this month. You're either flushing it out or you're actually, it's like the acquisition of a new dream, because that's what the past energy was about. Slowly but surely you were coming toward your dream, and all you had to do was remove the blocks and barriers that kept you from actually downloading it. So you're like at the precipice of moving forward, but you're still rebuilding that sense of trust in self. So it's like as you step forward, your feet are getting more and more secure in this new vibration. It's like you're actually rebirthing yourself in a higher timeline. This is fascinating to me. Wow. You may have even been operating from a place of not being able to trust others, but it's a mere reflection of you not being able to trust yourself. And I know it's hard for us to do that because our world is conditioned on the other and thinking, well, I'm trying to control my outer reality, but really our outer reality is a reflection of our inner reality. So you're now starting to envelop and trust in this you being so deeply integrated with your inner reality, that now you're like, it's almost like you figured out the keys to manifestation by removing the blocks and barriers within you, which had a lot to do with you trusting yourself. Okay, now let's go into the opportunity. I love this. Yes, you are building it. It's like what is it? The field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. There's something around you, again, a massive spiritual download in this divine feminine principle around, it feels like self-love. The more you exhibit and exert a willingness to surrender into your heart, I'm getting this real divine feminine from the High Priestess for you. Whether you're male or female does not matter, but there's something around you tapping into that vulnerable side to you and nurturing that part of you, that it's allowing you to actually bring in. I believe you have an external energy coming in. It may be just an influence in your work. It could be a mentor who's actually like impregnating you with ideas. There's something around the interplay of you and other people this month around the generation of ideas. And like I said, I feel like you're taking it from the stages of like the eureka to actually like, this is like the keys of creation kind of vibe where you have an idea and you know it's going to take other people to call that forth into reality. And there's a time lapse between you with that idea and it's just in the ethers and then you pulling it down. And now as you pull that down, other people are coming forward. So you have an opportunity this month to actually take those ideas and boldly move forward. There's massive movement in the realm of you building something this month with other people and following all the intuitive breadcrumbs. You have other people that are feeling those. It's like you could be creating something pretty powerful with others at this time that's going to help with the planet, the planetary awakening. It feels like a big calling because we have this sacred knowledge coming through with valor and this beautiful divine crossroads. It's like a shifting of your timeline that's calling in abundance of resources and abundance, because the Three of Pentacles is resources, is actually project management, building something with somebody, others. This is highly like creative spark, creative genius energy with passion underneath it. There's something you're deeply passionate about, Virgo. It could be around your spiritual gifts as well, with the underpinning of the High Priestess here, or you're just feeling like this is it. This is like what I am meant to be doing in this world at this time. And there's this beautiful merging going on between you and your spirit self. I mean, with the Hermit and the High Priestess, that's you coming into an elevated state between your divine masculine and divine feminine, like divine union within self. So you could be experiencing the opportunity to really grow through self-love, and then you're taking that into action. Because whenever we go into a hermit and we go through this powerful awakening with the full, now you're leaping forward and you're creating something beautiful and new that's going to create a lot of, I'm hearing wealth. I'm hearing wealth. I don't know if that went into view, but as you can see, look at all that. And you can even see, like, doesn't that feel like fall vibes? I mean, that's autumn right there. So there's something flourishing this autumn season for you. And it could be spring season too, for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, around you growing something, seeing the money come in. Again, your job is to remove any clutter as it pertains to unconscious bias, judgment, or old programming and conditioning around lack, because it's going to come up. And then you're just going to have to contend with it, make peace with it, and say, you don't rule me anymore. That's the old way of operating, because you're kind of caught in between that. Are you going to stay on that old timeline, or are you going to jump into the new timeline? And that's the challenge. Wait, we had a lot come out. I'm going to take it. There you go. Valor, success, triumph. Being held in high regard. I mean, I'm not surprised to see the Seven of Wands. And then we have satisfaction. You putting so much work and activating this divine feminine principle. It is a fertile ass time in your life, Virgo. If you build it, they will come. That's the energy here. This is the keys of creation, the keys of absolute abundance and contentment, fulfillment in what you do. Whistle while you work. You're happy with whatever you're creating in this world. It's like you were meant to embody this art, I'm hearing for some of you, this service, this product, this business. It is an extremely fertile time. And because this is in a challenging position, the only work, right, is you are worthy and deserving of that. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of abundance. Make that be your mantra this month, because you're going to see things coming in through your hard efforts. I'm telling you, you've got some, whether you're a man or woman, whatever, non-binary gender, it doesn't matter. But I'm getting a lot of feminine energy involved in this, because there's a lot of love. We have the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Empress, with you showing up as the Hermit. So I feel like you could have even like family involved in this that's really being supportive, at least emotionally supportive for you, that are like, yeah, you can do this. I'm so proud of you. That kind of thing. Because I'm feeling like this Empress is looking in at you and going, I am so in awe of how much you can do, your skills, what you can create, how talented you are. I'm getting that see, you're going from the Hermit into the King of Pentacles. You're doing, okay? Some of you might have an actual union around you that is lifting your spirits even higher. You could be working together with your partner. For some of you, that might apply. Building something together, removing the fears. It's almost like that power of two. That might be why you even got two cards. Some of you actually are building a business with your significant other. And you're at this point in this journey together where you're seeing things really take off. Things really take off. I must be onto something, because my nose got really itchy, and that's really when it's a confirmation. This devil wants to keep showing up. See? What did I tell you? This is the devil around lack. You got to work on that, Virgo, because underneath that is just the power of accessing your own desires, your own passion. There's something about passion and joy coming together here, and banning the lack mentality for good. Once you graduate to a higher timeline of manifesting abundance, old stuff will come up, almost like with a vengeance. And I think that you could be getting hit. Like you might even have like a contract go through and like a little like stumble. But again, I'm not seeing any indication of that. It could just be fear of like maybe a loss of that security of some like a big contract kind of thing. You might have a big contract come in for some of you this month. That's like big money. We're talking like maybe even like 6-figure type of thing. And you're like, can I handle this? It's almost like you're elevating and you're stepping up into working with, like I said in the beginning, if you're surrounding yourself with people that have more wealth and you're leveling up in what you're building in your life, or you're elevating in a career position, you can do this. You can do this because a lot of times this is the card of a promotion, right? And like having to put in a lot of, God, my nose has just gone nuts. So you're getting noticed. You're definitely getting noticed. And you might be feeling a little discomfort in that. Like, can I fulfill this role? You could be changing even. I just saw like someone putting on like a beautiful, like more sophisticated, like power suit, whether you're a male or female. And you're like, okay, I'm going to own it, right? So sometimes you got to dress the part. If you're securing funds or you're working with getting investors, there's something too around community building, project management. This is powerful, Virgo. Congratulations. This is not easy to step into these worlds, into these realms, like I said. Crossroads. All right, now what you don't see coming. All right, you've got, see, this is the thing too. You could be going through, again, you had to go, some of you may, or it's like that rags to riches kind of story, where you've had this deep sadness, okay, that has been trailing you for a very long time around being in survival mode, being in scarcity, feeling like you're never going to get there. I mean, this feels like your destiny is this rebirth and renewal. That's what I just saw 222. I'm telling you, there's something that you're building with one other person or a group of people, and it's like, it's amplifying the potentiality of it. So it's making it happen sooner. Sometimes we need other people to come in to help us, ground us, like whether that's an assistant or someone that's helping you create a product or service or program. There's some sort of deep letting go that you're having to do, like grieving the old you, letting that person go as you go through this hard reset, okay? There's some destined path that you're going through in this renewal. You're getting so much angelic support. I mean, look at all of these, holding out your hands to receive and hearing that clarion call. I believe this is an upgrade in your spiritual work, in your material worthiness as that relates to it, and actually being a creator. That's the first thing we all have to remember on our journeys here. If we don't understand that, how can we even evolve? So you're realizing that you are a creator, Virgo, in the most powerful sense of the word. And so I feel too that this deeper thing going on here is that you've really put a lot of judgment on yourself and been so hard on yourself when it comes to the past, almost feeling like you still see yourself as like, there's just this quantum leap going from where you thought what you thought you were capable of creating to what you're actually creating. And it's taking a little bit, there's like a stopgap, you know, it's like, what is that the Harry Potter, that 9 3/4, it's like that jump between the 3D reality and a world of magical possibilities. And you're kind of looking back at that platform and you're like, wow, like the life as I knew it is no more. It's really, this is amazing. This is amazing, Virgo. I've never gotten a reading quite like this one. It's beautiful. Ooh, crossroads, sacred knowledge, abundance. Let's get some advice from Spirit. I love it. I love it. Yeah, don't. Yeah, you might be getting a little bit burnt though, because this is requiring a lot of mental energy and a lot of drive. All right. Whenever you're building something such as this, it could have multiple prongs to it, we'll say, and try not to overstress your body, your nervous system, as you are in this huge growth spurt in your career. Yeah, you've got the willpower. This is about trusting yourself as you elevate, putting on the power suit, doing the power stance, right? You can do this. I believe in you, Virgo. I really do. You came here to get the MF stuff done, right? Okay, let's just say that. This is you riding those motorcycles with wild abandon saying, I came here to be free and I came here to be a creator. And you know what? I know I got to be a bit strategic and I'm working my tail off, but I'm in control in a beautiful state of surrender. You know what I mean? Not control as in my way. It's more like I'm surrendering to the will of the universe and I'm empowered and I'm moving forward with this plan. And this is about trusting self, removing the old way of doing things, which is hard work. But I'm telling you, the reward is in the magical transformation of you elevating in status by holding such high integrity, high standards for what you came here to create in your spiritual maturity and in material wealth. Abundance is our birthright. We are creators. Remember that this month, okay? And whenever you get into that old timeline of lack, you notice a lot of people who acquire wealth in this world, the people that we admire the most, look at, the Oprah Winfreys of the world, they started out with nothing, okay? It plants the seed. This morning, I picked up an acorn and I was like, inside of this acorn is a mighty oak. And I was looking at the oak that dropped it. And I think it was a couple 100-year oak. There's some really old oak trees around here. And, it's like you have that acorn, that oak within you. And it's your creative genius, Virgo. So I don't know why I'm getting that imagery of the acorn. Remember that. There's something deeply beautiful about what you came here to create. And it was implanted within you. And it's been in you all along. Time to step into it. Well, this one's very sure. Grasshopper spirit, take that leap of faith, Virgo. With that overall general energy, you've been sitting on this idea. You've been waiting for the right time. This is that time. Okay? If you're thinking about taking some sort of a risk, it's going to pay off. All right. Number 30, grasshopper. This is awesome. Very clear transmission today for you. I'm very happy for you, Virgo. Right now, you are poised to jump up into the next level of your life and move forward into something even better than you could have ever imagined. When grasshopper spirit appears, it is a fortuitous time to take a leap into the unknown. For grasshopper spirit represents the innovative spirit that says, why not? And has faith in the powers of co-creation. You are being called to trust that this is the right time to go with that idea, relationship, or situation. Take risks, for abundance in all forms will show up for you. Wondrous things await when grasshopper spirit appears. You are not going to go backward, so listen to your intuition rather than your fearful ego that resists any change and clings worriedly to what was. Luck is on your side, Virgo. Jump up and forward with confidence, for spirit has so much in store for you if only you take that leap. Virgo, my goodness. Goodness me, Virgo. I don't think I can get any clearer than this message. So I hope that it serves you on your path. I hope it helps you. And I will see you very soon for the mid-monthly. I can't wait to see what happens next, but I think that's all the spirit needed to say. Take care. Sending love.